Actually, we buy more products, I should say, off the U.S. than Japan, China, Korea, UK, and France combined. So we are an economic powerhouse, and we don't have to take a backseat to anyone.
The rest of the world is knocking at Canada's door to increase their trading opportunities with us.
We all understand that the global trade environment is changing, and there are some countries that are pulling back, that are restricting market access, but there's even more countries that are opening up to market access, and the premiers have helped lead this with individual trade initiatives to Asia, to Europe, with partners around the world.
The United States will continue to be our neighbor, continue to be our most important economic and security partner. So we need to walk and chew gum at the same time. We need to be able to have constructive conversations with them, do what's necessary in the best interest of the Canadian economy, but be less dependent and more resilient on our own.
In a world where tariff threats echo louder than diplomacy, one country is refusing to blink. Canada, long a loyal partner in North American trade, now finds itself under the weight of an unprecedented 35% blanket tariff on its exports. From softwood lumber to steel, from autos to agricultural goods, the pressure is real. And it's here. The August 1st deadline has come and gone. The tariffs are in place. But instead of folding under the heat, Canada is standing its ground. At the helm is Prime Minister Mark Carney, a seasoned economist turned statesman.
We are looking for the best deal for Canada. We're only going to accept the best deal for Canada.
His message: Canada will not be bullied into a bad deal. Carney is breaking with decades of reactive trade diplomacy, choosing strategy over panic, leverage over haste. Beside him stands Ontario Premier Doug Ford, once seen as a populist ally of Trump. Now, he's sounding the alarm. Ford is calling for bold retaliation, a 50% counter-tariff on U.S. steel and aluminum. He's rallying provincial leaders, sending a blunt warning to Washington: Canada won't be anyone's doormat.
We're encouraging all provinces and territories, start buying Canadian-made vehicles, start buying Canadian-made everything. That will hurt them more than anything at all. We're their number one customer.
Together, Carney and Ford form an unlikely but formidable alliance, a coalition that refuses to cave to artificial deadlines, one that values long-term stability over short-term theatrics. But the drama doesn't end there. Enter Dominic LeBlanc, Canada's Minister for Canada, U.S. Trade. After a grueling week in Washington, LeBlanc returned home empty-handed, but with a clear position. Canada will only sign a deal that protects Canadian jobs and economic sovereignty. We were obviously disappointed by the president's decision, LeBlanc admitted, referencing Trump's executive order hiking tariffs from 25% to 35%. But that doesn't mean we won't keep talking. Constructive engagement remains possible. His closed-door sessions with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and key senators were described as cordial, but unyielding.
I would expect I'll be back later in August. As I say, I would expect to talk to Howard Lutnick next week. He and I agreed that we'd get together in the coming weeks. So the doors aren't closed, the doors are open, the conversations are ongoing, and we'll do the work necessary to get the right deal for Canadians, not simply any deal.
The self-imposed August deadline and Trump's demand for border security concessions left little room for compromise. And yet Canada holds powerful cards. Under the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement, up to 95% of Canadian exports could qualify for exemptions. LeBlanc was quick to note, that gives us an advantage over other trading partners now facing the full brunt of these tariffs. Meanwhile, Trump's justification for the tariff hike, citing border security and fentanyl smuggling, has been met with skepticism north of the border. Canadian officials point to their $1.3 billion Canadian dollar investment in advanced surveillance tech, drones, and new enforcement units as proof of their commitment to security. Back home, Canada's response is shifting into high gear. Industry leaders, unions, and exporters are mobilizing, pushing for diversification, innovation, and resilience. Because this fight isn't just about tariffs, it's about sovereignty, leverage, and national pride. This standoff may not end with a handshake on the White House lawn. But make no mistake, it's already redefining Canada's role on the global stage, not as a quiet neighbor, but as a principled negotiator willing to challenge even the most unpredictable playbook. The August deadline has passed, the tariffs are real, the stakes are higher than ever. Canada is no longer on defense. It's charting its own course. And the world is watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives on global trade and politics.